Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1987 series. Currently we are on Season 3, Episode 24, Mutagen Monster. And with a name like this, I'm wondering if this episode is gonna be kind of like a predecessor of the Mutagen Man from the 2012 series, aka TMNT, aka the Pulverizer. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to find out, especially because it seems like in this part of the season, we're gonna be introducing a lot of characters that do appear in other iterations of TMNT. We seem to be getting to a lot of episodes like this, and it's something that for some reason took me until the last couple of episodes to realize. Like, the more the season went on, the more I thought eventually we're gonna be hitting a point to where we're not gonna get more fun episodes. I thought at a certain point the entertainment value of season 3 of this show is gonna kind of start to get diluted, and then I found out that we are actually getting to the really interesting episodes which introduce all of these characters. Certain characters that I've not even realized that were in this show, like Mr. Bunnyman, if you know who I'm talking about. I actually wasn't aware whether he was in this iteration, in what shape or form, so that's kind of interesting. I can't wait to get there, but for this one, I guess we need to find out whether it is going to be an episode featuring a character that appears in other iterations, because I don't know what else this name could be a reference to, you know? But anyway, before we get into the episode and find out, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-length version of this reaction over on my Patreon or Ko-fi account, where by subscribing to the specific tiers I've created for it, you can get access to some or all of my full-length reactions, which includes cartoons, short live-action TV series, long live-action TV series, and movie full-length reactions. Alternatively, you can also just stick with the YouTube version of these reactions, since I do my best to keep the most interesting parts of the reactions into the YouTube videos, but it's always appreciated if you do go out of your way to support me. Anyway, enough chit-chat about things you don't care about. Let's just get into the reaction to Season 3, Episode 24, Mutagen Monster, in 3, 2, 1. Man, I've never been like a hater of this theme song or anything, but I've really become a huge fan of it now. I love the kind of tone that it instills for this show. It's really cool.
When the trains are switched onto the siding, we will hijack the special chemicals on board each one. Mixing them together will create our famous mutagen.
Can't Krang just give you the things that you require to make the mutagen? Why the hell do you have to steal a train?
What are those two idiots doing? Let go of that switch! Oh no, you let go!
Good job, you morons. Yeah, there's a lot of people that just died there.
You miserable
I know it was like the trains that carry stuff and not, it was not public trains, but still. There's definitely gonna be at least the train drivers that are dead.
Dudes, give me a break. Let's watch something educational for once. There's a Mondo surfing flick on. Waikiki Wave Walkers. It's totally tubuloso.
And totally not educational, my dude.
And your history. No, trust me, compadres, you'll really dig it.
Dude, it's so wild how much technology has developed. Because back when I was a child, the TV that my family used to own was one of these kind of TVs which you had to stand up to and turn the knob to switch the channel.
We're all to blame, Master Splinter.
And now I'm using like an HD giant ass TV.
Two freight trains have just collided on a siding near the stockyard, and potentially dangerous chemicals are leaking from the wrecked tank cars.
They're a lot more dangerous than April realizes.
And Donnie is gone again.
A rhino's ears are real sensitive. Why do you think I'm pulling on them?
Vernon, what are you doing here?
I thought
doubt a story as big as this might need a more professional touch.
Oh, shut up. If you were such a professional, you would be doing more of this job instead of just trying to take the attention away from April.
Vernon, you rat! I help you! You! Oh, you have technical difficulties!
Technical difficulties.
Those chemicals in the wrecked tank cars.
Is he gonna mutate?
Mutagen.
That would be really cool if he mutates.
We can't let Vernon's personality keep us from helping him.
Yeah. he's
Eh.
a human being.
Some people just should not be helped or cannot be helped. The best we can do is to make sure that their personality is not harming others.
Oh, this is the
Well, I don't know about Vernon, but those cows are definitely gonna mutate.
I'll let April cover it.
Whoa!
Yoo-hoo! Toro! Toro! Toro!
Now that's taking the bull by the horns.
Poor bull.
Okay, Leonardo. Now what do we do?
I really hated when innocent animals mutate.
The chemicals must have combined to form mutagen and created this mutant monster. With such a creature at my command, I can destroy the turtles.
Yeah, sure. A stupid bull is certainly gonna help you more than a stupid pig and a stupid rhino.
You will obey my commands. Man over beast, that is the natural order of things.
Sure.
Uh-oh, it's Shredder!
Now attack the turtles! I command you!
Please just attack
I
him.
am your master. You will bow to my superior will.
How about no?
How do you steer a steer?
Don't look at me. I'm just along for the ride. This ought to make a monster-sized spur. Really smart move, Leonardo. I hope we've all learned something from this.
Yeah, never ride a monster without a seatbelt.
Maybe
Or at least make sure that the cops don't catch you not wearing the seatbelt. Poor bull, man.
Whoa, big fella.
Jesus!
I think he needs a little help.
A little help? He needs the entire 23rd Cavalry.
Well, don't just stand there. Start pumping.
When you say pump,
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up.
Are you all right? Donatello? Who's Donatello?
Definitely not you. Oh shit, now it fucking clones itself? Why the hell are there two? And also, why does one of them have 4 legs and the other only 3? How does that make any sense? Can you stop attacking everybody, you annoying stupid bulls? It's bullshit.
two of them have April surrounded.
Yeah, very smart, Leo.
And you say the creature became 2 separate ones.
That's right, Sensei. And then it joined together again.
I guess it just couldn't stand being apart.
That is most
You have to joke all the time.
It could only mean one thing. That the monster's mutant form is still unstable.
Oh, I hope there's not a joke coming up about a bunch of cows and a stable.
If that's the case...
Well, you
that's
ruined it
supposed to
now.
have directed energy...
You mean I gotta think like a cow?
You can do it if you study nights.
I will help Donatello prepare.
It's also going to be an improvement for in your case,
Must
Mikey.
find the creature.
That's nice to be wanted.
Yeah, I know just what you mean.
Now pay attention. This receptor ring will make the beast follow orders.
Oh my god, that is such a dumb joke.
Now, you buffoon, you're to place it in the creature's nose. Then command it to destroy the turtles.
It will be.
Maybe you should have given him that in the first place. I don't understand why he was assuming he can just control it.
Turning the creature against me.
Just because he's an alpha male.
If my calculations are correct, the atomic energy lab should be right about here. Bingo.
A most unusual way to get into college.
Let's just say I worked my way up from the bottom.
Can you guys stop with the stupid cheap jokes?
Still haven't seen high
I kind of dig that kind of humor, but
Yeah, or as I prefer to think.
I don't feel like every character needs to have that kind of humor. It doesn't fit every character.
We've got to think.
Certainly not Splinter.
Okay, if you were a giant bull, where would you be?
Terrorizing humans. For all the hundreds of millions and billions of hamburgers that they eat every year.
Okay, fellas, it's time for the last roundup.
It's in a China shop. Are you kidding me?
Partner.
I guarantee you that's how they wrote this episode. They came up with that idea and they were like, hey, let's write an episode surrounding that.
What's gone down, pig?
I am.
Ooh, that is oddly satisfying.
Gee, boss, this place has sure been wrecked.
Yeah, utterly.
But the mutagen monster...
Stop with the puns!
Quickly, back into the module. Perhaps we can...
Utterly.
the overpass.
He's getting away.
We'll deal with him later.
I'm surprised somebody didn't point out the booing the China shop joke.
Cowabunga! With the accent on cow.
Yippee and yahoo!
What is with this episode being so fucking comedic? Like, Jesus Christ, guys. Okay, there's a little too much focus on jokes in this episode. Hopefully we're not getting to that point of the show.
They really...
No one...
I like the little track that you can hear in the background.
cow can resist salt.
I don't think cows eat salt. They lick a salt lick, but not just salt, you know?
And too late. I control the mutagen
Did you lick it?
now.
I've got it covered.
Man, I don't like when the bull screams like that. It feels like he's like screaming from the depths of its soul, and it makes me feel bad.
Well, at least it worked.
But where is Michelangelo?
Get along.
Oh my god. Wait, when did they become like 4 cows? I thought it was just 2.
And now it's
I was worried that he was gonna get turned into a cow for whatever reason. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like today I'm not really in the mood for TMNT reactions because I didn't really enjoy this episode too much. It felt a little bit too much of a chore to get through, more than typically at this point in my reactions. It's not that it was a bad episode, because there was a lot of jokes and it was funny and entertaining, but I didn't really particularly care about the mutagen monster, in this case whatever it is, and that just kind of made the episode not really particularly entertaining for me, because the villain, I guess, or the antagonist or whatever, or the thing that Turtles needed to deal with wasn't particularly interesting, and at times I just felt bad about it. But the thing that kind of bothered me the most about this episode is just that there were so many puns and jokes, and I was just not in the mood for that. I wanted something a little bit more serious. That's kind of something what I'm looking more for, and I guess I'm gonna get it once I get to today's Generator Rex reaction, but not with TMNT. Still, it's not like this was a bad episode. I still think it was fine, but yeah, it just felt a little bit too comedic and slapsticky for my taste. Like, every other dialogue was a joke or a pun or something along those lines, and not enough of it was like action or actual good writing, so that kind of was a little bit annoying about this episode. And the fact that I noticed some of the things that I've heard are bad about this show at a certain point, like Mikey not having his nunchucks, and having too much comedy and focusing too much of the slapstick and the comedy. I've obviously heard that that's like the show gets bad like that at a certain point made me think whether we are actually at that point. Because yes, I am excited to see all of these episodes featuring characters that I know that have appeared in other incarnations, but there's still a possibility that we are at that point in the show where it just kind of gets bogged down in its own stupidity, and I don't really want to get there, you know? But yeah, it was overall still an okay episode. I was not as bored or as annoyed watching this episode as I was when it came to like the dinosaur episode. That one was very hard to get through, and still all of these episodes are far more entertaining than the ones in season 2 and season 1, so I'm still perfectly satisfied with this one. I just, there was certain things that kind of annoyed me about it, you know? Yeah, it's still not a crazy episode, which is why I am gonna give this one only a 7.7 out of 10, which is still a pretty high score, but we certainly had higher, and we certainly will get higher, so yeah, I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it. Some things were interesting, some things were annoying. Hopefully next one is gonna be better. But yeah, what did you guys think about this episode? Comment those down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 4 patrons on Patreon: Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, Corby Dead, and Theo Rose Gelatly. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not already know, that will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do in my videos. That thing being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman, though I am unsure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people. But that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really ever accept the fact that I'm trans if they ever found out, it's not really feasible or easy for me to transition here with minimal to no repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me. So if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's okay. Don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me get out of this situation. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories to enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!